All right, so we have now officially done 3 labs again, and in those labs, basically, we work together to create an interactive motion graphic, and that, surprise, surprise, is what your project's going to be. It's going to be basically a interactive comic. So basically, you're going to do the same thing we did in the labs, but with your own material and your own idea. So if you remember, in the lab, what we did was this here. Let me exit this visual builder real quick so it reloads the thing better. Basically, we did, oops, not this part. This is what we made, right? So it's like this interactive thing. If I hover over the guy, he does this. If I click, the car will go by. If you go to the next one, this one, if I click on it,
why does everybody avoid me?
And then the last thing was this kid, and the car goes by, right? So basically, there's 3 slides, and each one of them have something that are interactive. It plays something when you click like one of them, and then you can go to each one of the slides. So the base requirements of this assignment, what I want to see are at least 3 slides. I probably keep it to 3 slides. It doesn't even have to be a super strong narrative. I mean, you can just have like some things happen. I don't care. It would be good if it had a beginning, middle, and end, but at least 3 frames. Okay. It should have some sort of way to go. I mean, obviously, it has to have some way of going from one frame to the next frame. However you want to go about doing it, I would just probably do something like this, like a next button. And each frame should have some sort of interactive component that when you click on it, it does something, right? Or that when you hover on it, it does something, okay? So the way I did it in the thing was just basically it plays that little animation, and then you can click on the next one. It does not need to have lip sync. I know I did that in this one, but it's not a requirement that you have any sound at all. Now, you could have sound for your different sections if you want. You can do a lip sync if you want in it, but I'm not requiring that. I want to leave this really open because this is a project. This is for you guys to create what you want, okay? Also, the backgrounds, they can be done in any manner that you want. You don't have to bring in something you drew inside of Photoshop or whatever. You can make them in Animate. You can make them in Photoshop. You can make them whatever you feel good in. I had students do stuff where they made it in 3D, then rendered the pictures and slapped them on in there. That's fine too. However you want to do it, I don't care. Same thing with the artwork. I did all the artwork inside of Animate just because I feel like it works pretty well for this because it's graphical. But if you wanted to make it a bunch of different pieces that you do inside of like Photoshop or Illustrator, I've had students do that. I had a student last time I taught this class last year. He went through and he did it all inside of Illustrator and just exported out all the pieces, brought them in, and then he animated his stuff like that. So if that's how you want to do it, that's fine too. Hopefully you get an idea of how to import and export stuff. That's totally legit. All I'm looking for is 3 panels that have interactive components. And beyond that, I don't really care so much, okay? And then the final export, you should be able to export it as like this, that it's a HTML5 canvas. Okay, so basically it'll be a web product that you can click on it and it functions and everything works in a hunky-dory, all right? Now, when you're done with it, you can just give me the FLA file. You don't have to give me the HTML5 folder. I mean, it'd be cool if you did so that I don't have to render it myself. But that's what we're looking for. So it can be any kind of style. It can be, you could do it more abstractly. It doesn't have to be characters. I don't really care what you do, but I want it to have interactive components. Hopefully that made sense. If you have any questions about it, or if you have an idea of something you want to do, you can ask me. This is for you guys to make something really cool and interesting and fun. I don't want to make a really constrained box. So whatever you want to do. All right? Because after this, we're going to switch over to gaming. We're going to make a game, and that's going to take quite a bit longer than doing these other elements. So we can add like quite a bit more interactivity than what you're seeing here. But other than that, that's it. So get to work. Make something really cool. And then make sure that when you are done that you also do post your project on the discussion board as well. Okay, so yeah. All right, so there you go. And good luck.